Good morning, everybody. Can you hear? This is today's theme is about kindness, and this is an old song from the '60s by a group called War. I don't know if you remember them, but it's a cool little song called "Why Can't We Be Friends?" Feel free to sing along.
Why can't we be friends? 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 I seen you round for a long, long time, and I remembered you when you drank my wine. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I seen you walking down in Chinatown. I call you, but you could not look around.
Why can't we be friends? 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 The color of your skin don't matter to me, as long as we can live in harmony. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I kinda like to be the president, so I can show you how your money's spent.
Why can't we be friends? 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 Sometimes I don't speak right, but yet I know what I'm talking about. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Why can't
we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Whoa.
I'm looking around at this congregation, and you all remember that song. I know. Not that we're dating ourselves or anything. That's okay. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you this morning. My name is Reverend Cheryl Myers, and it is my joy to be here with you, and we welcome everyone. Hi, Leslie in Kansas. I know that you're watching this morning, and anyone else that's watching via YouTube, good morning. Hope you're enjoying your coffee. So, yes, welcome on this beautiful summer day on this beautiful campus. So, let's officially begin our time together in the activity of prayer. So, let's take a deep breath. And if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes. Yeah. And so, here we are again on a Sunday morning to celebrate the joys of spiritual community. And how sweet it is to come together in unity. To come together and open our hearts to the exchange of kindness and love and compassion and joy that we share together. And so let us, in this moment of prayer, declare an inner intention, a silent intention to take the love that we feel this morning, the kindness and the compassion, out into the world in our unique way. So we come here on Sunday morning and we get full, our hearts get full, so that we can go out in the world and share it. So thank you for the love and the kindness and the compassion that you share in our world. Thank you for the Christ-light you are, expressing in each moment. So we just take a deep breath now, and we just open our hearts to continue to be blessed in this time together. And so it is. Amen. Amen. So if you are with us this morning for the very first time, if you would raise your hand really nice and tall and keep them raised, our ushers will come and give you a welcome packet. And there's a little card on the front if you fill it out. We'll just simply add your email list, email to our list that goes out. There's an email that goes out on Friday afternoons that just tells you everything that's happening here at Unity of Gaithersburg. All right, so let's stand and let's sing a song together.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I am love and you are too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the light in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color. Intentions reignited, intentions reignited in honor of the love and each other.
So take a moment, offer a handshake, ask for a hug.
We come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Please be seated.
I love that. That's great. We come together. I like that. Nice and upbeat. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody? My name is Brett Savage. Hi. And I am excited to share some of the exciting events and activities happening here at Unity of Gaithersburg. These transformational opportunities are detailed in our community newsletter, which you can receive from sharing your email with us. Now we ask that you silence your phones or power them down for the rest of the service. Thank you. First, a reminder, there is a community meeting today at 12:15 after the fellowship time. Here you will hear from the Board of Trustees and Reverend Cheryl about all that's unfolding here at Unity of Gaithersburg. We will also vote on the updates the board has made to the bylaws pertaining to membership. So it's a very, very important meeting. And your presence and wisdom is requested and appreciated. We hope to see you there. That's 12:15 here in the sanctuary. Clapping. Clap after the meeting, okay? Clap after the meeting. Yeah. Unity of Gaithersburg will be offering a Holding the Light Sacred Circle gathering, which is Wednesday, August 15th, from 7:15 to 8:15 p.m. So if you could use some support in holding what's true in these interesting times, or would you like to gather with like-minded souls to hold the light for ourselves, each other, and the world, please join us for this time of sharing, meditation, and prayer. This will be led by Reverend Cheryl, and it's offered for a love offering. So please consider joining us so that we can hold together what's true. Unity of Gaithersburg is participating in a community food and school supply drive to benefit Gaithersburg Middle School through August 26. As you may know, many students in Gaithersburg, Montgomery County, and this country rely solely on school meals for nutrition. So during the summer, they don't have this resource. Also, school and daily living supplies are also in demand. A comprehensive list of food and supplies needed at Gaithersburg Middle School has been compiled and shared with us. Copies of the list and our donation receptacle are located in the lobby. So, together, let's do our part to make sure these young people and their families have what's needed to thrive. So, when you shop, pick up an extra canned good or two. Check your pantry, see what you have. And we thank you for your generosity. Again, I think in the hallway is a list of the items that are needed. So I urge all of you to check. And it's also in the bulletin. It's in the bulletin as well. Thanks a lot. Join us on Monday, September 3rd. That's Labor Day, right? As we march in the 80th annual Gaithersburg Labor Day Parade. 80. Last year, oh, there's a picture, okay. Last year we had so much fun participating as we spread our light, love, peace, and our voices throughout downtown Gaithersburg. It took us a while, but we figured out what song we were going to sing, and so we were walking through the street singing. It was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful day. And really, it was just a nice stroll through Gaithersburg. It wasn't really that long a walk, but it was a lot of fun. Also, a lot of politicians. So if you haven't decided who to vote for, there are going to be people there to talk to you as well. So it's a very important community event in Gaithersburg, and I think it was great for Unity of Gaithersburg to participate. So consider joining us. I guess we're going to wear our tie-dye shirts and march again. Who made the tie-dye shirts last year? Yeah, they were great. Yeah, thank you. Do we need to make more? I don't know. Let's see. Sign up at the back of the sanctuary if you want to be part of the fun. Maybe we'll have 50 people. You might need to make more T-shirts. Yeah. Okay, so that's Monday, September 3rd. And the next day, Tuesday, September 4th through November 6th, Unity of Gaithersburg is offering a 10-week prosperity class called Infinite Abundance, Knowing, Claiming, and Expressing All That Is. This is a tithing class that will teach life-changing principles and feature experiential learning to support you in transforming your prosperity consciousness. Are you ready to expand your awareness of your creative power and experience a new level of joy, relationship, peace, and well-being? This course is for you. Registration is $50, and you can register on our website. And just a personal testimonial, I think it was maybe 5 years to 6 years ago, I think I took the tithing class, and it was transformative, and some great things happened in our lives, and I think it's something that I would highly recommend. 10 weeks starting September 4th, so write that down, consider that. And now please center yourselves as we reflect together on today's daily word. And our focus for today is kindness, our affirmation. I express kindness. If I catch myself thinking unkind thoughts, I inquire within, am I expressing the kindness I would like to receive to others? Am I pausing in the busyness of my day to ask my neighbors or others I encounter how their day is going? Can I move past my judgments to see every person as my brother or sister? When I am kind, I draw from an indwelling foundation of infinite love and care of all life. My attitude and perspective improves. My spiritual understanding expands. The outer world is a reflection of my inner world, so I stop and observe it. Each morning I hear birds greet the dawn with uplifting song. I notice how a dog wags its tail with excitement. I see how the sun rises and sets in radiant color. I follow these examples from nature to create my own state of carefree acceptance. My world is a more beautiful, kind place through the expression of my loving words and thoughtful actions. And from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, be kind to one another, be tender-hearted. And now let us prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
As I close my eyes and the world disappears, I can feel my breath rise and fall. There's a light inside that dispels all my fears, and I hear a gentle voice calling, all is well. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well, all is well.
So we once again breathe together deeply, signaling to the body and the mind that it is our time to be quiet and still and shift our focus and our awareness inward. So we begin to focus our attention on the movement of the breath, in and out. How sweet it is to be still in a busy world. To take time to focus our attention inward instead of all the things that's ours to do outside. And so we just breathe and be still. And as we breathe consciously, we bring our awareness to this present moment. And in this present moment, I just invite you to bring to your mind's eye, gently, when someone has been kind to you. Just gently bring to your mind's eye when someone's been kind to you. And just notice as you recall this memory, how it feels for you to remember this. Do you feel a warmth in your being? Do you feel gratitude? Maybe even a catch in your throat because it was so tender a moment. An act of kindness is an act of love. It is an act of compassion and connection. And so as we bask in this moment of feeling the kindness that's been extended to us, I just invite you now to bring to your mind's eye where you might extend some kindness in your life. Is there someone in your life or a situation in your life where you could extend kindness? Is it driving down the road or going into a store and opening the door for a mom and her baby? Paying for someone's beverage at Starbucks? Where can you extend kindness in your life? And hopefully stir a similar feeling in their heart. So as we move now into a time of silence, I invite you to just picture yourself in your life extending kindness, compassion, and love in the silence. as we express kindness in the world, we increase that kindness. We never know the ripple effect of one kind act in our world. And how the world is calling us right now to be kind. So just take a deep breath. And how grateful we are for each other as we express kindness, as we express love. And so it is. Amen.
I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. All is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. All is well.
There's a time in every life coming to terms with what we've learned, sorting the wrong from the right, in the rush to be somewhere, get things done, but are we running from why we're here? What a day this would be if we opened our hearts. All our love we would see. We've come here to impart. What a day this would be. What a world we would find if we had as our goal to be first of all kind. If I stand opposed to you, should I place myself above you and your point of view? If you're right, must I be wrong? How can we disagree and bring love along? What a day this would be if we opened our hearts. All our love
we would see.
We've come here to impart. What a time we could have. What a song we could sing.
If we could just give everything, what a day this would be.
What a world we would find if we had as our goal to be first of all kind. In the quiet place inside, thoughts are stilled, hearts are filled, and wishes are never denied. In the time that's left to us, it's not too late. Love awaits our decision to trust.
What a day this would be if we opened our hearts.
All our love we would see. We've come here to impart. What a day this would be. What a world we would find if we had as our goal to be first of all kind. Thank you.
I do believe that's an original Jim Goldstein. Let's give him some love on that. Well, there was a newspaper reporter who was writing a feature story about prison life and was interviewing one of the prisoners. And he asked, "Do you watch much television here?" And the prisoner said, "Only the daytime shows. At night, we're locked in our cells, and then we don't see any television." "Well, that's too bad," the reporter said, "but I do think it's nice that the warden lets you watch it in the daytime." "What do you mean nice?" the inmate said. "That's part of the punishment." Not a daytime television fan. But speaking of daytime television, I am doing, not necessarily daytime, but I'm doing a series because we just finished the series on Jesus. And I felt like, I hope it was valuable for you. I know it was valuable for me to reflect on the wisdom of Jesus. And so I thought, where else have I received wisdom in my life? And I thought, well, how about some television? It might seem a little odd, but I thought it might be intriguing to do some digging. And so we're doing a series. I'm doing a series for the next 5 or 6 weeks or so on wise words from TV All-Stars. So stay tuned. So, and I love movies. And I usually, I can get a lot of wisdom out of movies. But I decided to do television because when I was growing up, and since that time, there have been several memorable TV characters, right? Memorable. But television is kind of a mixed bag, isn't it? It does play a major role in our life. And if you see something on television, you know that millions of other people are seeing it. And I think at television's best, it can trigger imagination and curiosity. It can encourage education. It can keep us informed and create a community of common interest. Any Game of Thrones people in the room? Yeah, I know. Well, It does create a community when people, have you watched that? Have you watched that? Like, this is us. I mean, this is us. Oh, yeah, I'm really. Stay tuned. We're going to feature Randall. And, yes, anyway, I love Randall. But unfortunately, television can also bring violence into our homes and values that we don't aspire to teach our children, right? And for this reason, many people have discontinued television. They have taken their TVs out of their home. But today, I want to highlight a show that became a beacon of peace and love and gentleness in the midst of TV violence and mass merchandising and advertising. And so I'm going to start out with a video that gives you a little taste of what we're going to talk about today.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Do you remember that? That's so sweet. So, Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers decided that he wanted to use TV to actually nurture those who listened and watched. So he created Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which aired on public television for 34 years. Started in 1968 and ended in 2004. And he hoped to help children deal with their problems in a healthy way to instill a sense of confidence in them. And this is what he said. I give expression of care to every child to help him realize he is unique. So he saw every child as special and likable just the way they are. So I just want to put a little plug in. There is a documentary out in the theaters. It's still at Bethesda Row if you want to check it out. It's a documentary on Mr. Rogers' life, and it is so beautiful. I've shared that I wept through half of it. And so obviously in a 20-minute message this morning, I'm not going to be able to cover all of that, but I did want to just talk about him, share a little bit about his vision, and share some more videos with you. And so who is this wonderful being? Well, he was born in 1928 in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and he started playing piano at the age of 5, and he had a love for puppets. And he went on to major in music composition in a college in Florida. And after college, he saw a TV program, and he thought it was absolutely horrible. He thought it was the worst thing he'd ever seen. And he goes, I'm going to go into television. And his family was like, what? He's like, I am going to use this medium to bring positivity to the world. And so he was hired by NBC in a low-level position, and then he moved up into production and management. He married and eventually had 2 sons, and he moved back to Pennsylvania to start the first educational TV station with a daily, live, hour-long show with puppets called The Children's Corner. And this eventually led to what we now know as Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And during the time he was producing Mr. Rogers, he graduated from Pittsburgh Theological Seminary and was ordained a Presbyterian minister. But he never had any plans to preach. He had a different charge: to work with children and families through the medium of television. He swam every morning and never drank or smoked, and he was a vegetarian, stating he didn't want to eat anything that had a mother. So in each episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he would always come home. He would change his shoes and his sweater and sing his signature song, Won't You Be My Neighbor? And apparently, all of his sweaters were knit by his mom. And each episode would include a sincere conversation with the audience and have a live guest. And often they would take field trips or they'd watch a video about how something was made or how it worked. And each episode included a trip to the neighborhood of make-believe. Remember? On the trolley, ding, ding, with his signature chime song, and a castle and a kingdom of citizens who were all puppets. And each individual puppet's voice was Mr. Rogers. And they said that every puppet was an aspect of his personality. Oh, that was very great. So on his show, he would talk about difficult subjects, about death and divorce. After Robert Kennedy was assassinated, there was an episode where one of the puppets asked one of the adults, "What is assassination?" And so they talked about it. In 1968, when civil rights protests were in the news, Mr. Rogers, in his gentle and unassuming way, decided to send a groundbreaking message for race relations. He hired African-American Francois Clemens as a police officer, a person of authority, on the show. And Officer Clemens stayed on the show until 1993. And so I have a clip of a show with Officer Clemens, and it was just so sweet because what I don't show is Mr. Rogers comes in, and instead of putting on his tennis shoes, he puts on slippers and says he's going to go sit outside in the pool. He's going to put his feet in the pool because it's a hot day. And so he's sitting in the pool on a hot day, and Officer Clemens comes up. And he asked Officer Clemens to take off his shoes and put his feet in the pool. And so this episode is all about love and how we show love together. So I just wanted to show Officer Clemens and Mr. Rogers. Whoops. Stay tuned. There you go. Go. So Officer Clemens is singing a song, "There Are Many Ways to Say I Love You." So, what happens in that video is that Officer Clemens sings the song, "There Are Many Ways to Say I Love You," and Mr. Rogers helps him dry his feet in the spirit of Jesus drying the feet of the disciples. So as you can see, the show was simple in presentation and had no animation or fast pace or violence. He addressed children's common childhood fears with comforting songs, and he wrote all the songs in the skits. And for example, they took a trip to a hospital so the children would get it wasn't a scary place. He taught children to love and value themselves just as they are, children who are different, because it's you I like. And so there's a video, I don't know if we can get it. I know we're having a little technical difficulty this morning, so thanks for your patience. There was a little boy named Jeffrey Erlinger who was in a wheelchair. And so Mr. Rogers had him on his show so the little boy could explain what life was like in the wheelchair so that people wouldn't be afraid of him. And so it was just a very sweet interaction. So I don't know if we can have that one or not. Okay, we'll just stop the videos. That's all right. That's all right. It's not gonna work today. It's okay. We're learning. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah.
That song that I sometimes sing called It's You I Like. I'd like to sing that to you and with you.
Okay, sure.
It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair. But it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way down deep inside you. Not the things that
I
not your fancy chair. That's just beside you. But it's you I like. Every part of you. Your skin, your eyes, your feeling. Whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember. Even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like, it's you yourself, it's you, it's you I like, and it is you I like.
Jeez.
So if you go on to the next one, the next video shows Jeffrey all grown up, and it's pretty sweet.
From Jeffrey Erlander.
It's an honor to be here tonight, to be part of your this proud moment. You know, when you tell people that it's you I like, you know that you really mean it. And tonight, I want to let you know that on behalf of millions of children and grown-ups, it is you that I like.
So that was Mr. Rogers being inducted into the TV Hall of Fame. I know. We have Kleenexes. So sweet. His legacy was so profound, and he taught that we get to love ourselves and be our authentic selves, and who we are is way more than enough. The freedom to be just the way you are. No need to apologize for who you are, no need to be anything other than who you are. And giving that permission is an act of kindness and unconditional love. And you know, one of the things that Mr. Rogers did, I thought that was so beautiful, was he talked to children about how they feel. You know, because children can get angry and children might not know what to do with their feelings. And so he talked to children about how they really feel and to accept how they feel. And he taught them that they can make conscious choices about what they do, about how they feel. And it was a very beautiful thing. And he taught them to love. He taught us all to love people just as they are, not tolerate them, but love them, to embrace them. And his message was, I like you just the way you are. It's okay to be just who you are. And Mr. Rogers always wanted to take it deeper, to have people feel. And there was a moment, there's a story about him at the Daytime Emmys, kind of an event almost like what you saw here. And he was being acknowledged. And so he went up to the podium, and before he received any award, he said, I would like for us to take 10 seconds to reflect on who got us here. And at first, people were kind of squirming and giggling. And he said in 10 seconds, people were in their hearts with tears rolling down their faces. He knew how to get people in their hearts. So, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood went on to be nominated several times to win 4 Daytime Emmys. Like you saw, he was inducted into the TV Hall of Fame. And one of his sweaters is displayed at the American History Museum as one of the treasures of American history. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2002. An asteroid was named after him. Resolutions in Congress were inspired by him. Buildings, monuments, and works of art were dedicated to him. And there's even a 2018 commemorative postage stamp with him and one of his puppets. And of course, a primetime TV special, a documentary, and apparently Tom Hanks is going to play him in an upcoming movie. So I just would like to leave us today just asking ourselves, what is ours to do? What is ours to do to continue the legacy of Mr. Rogers? You know, he taught that it's just perfect to be exactly who you are. Just like you are. I like you just like you are. So what if we could embrace our uniqueness? He wanted every child to know that they were unique and special. And, you know, here we are, a room full of adults, and we can forget that we are beautiful and unique and special just the way we are. And you know, when we can embrace that gift, embrace that truth more fully, we give people around us more permission to be who they are and their specialness and their uniqueness. Thank goodness we're not all the same, right? So what if this week we take the time to reflect on what is mine to do to bring more kindness, love, and compassion into the world? To be love in action. That was another thing. Mr. Rogers was love in action, and people go, was he really that? And I tell you what, that documentary that I saw, that I said I wept through half of it, it was so authentic. He was the real deal. So what is ours to do to be love in action? And I think that does include embracing the specialness, the uniqueness that each of us is. So can we do that this week, more consciously? When you look into the mirror and say, I like you just like you are. Yeah, how would that work? And acknowledge our feelings. You know, Mr. Rogers tried to educate children on their feelings because there's not classes taught in school about your feelings. I know I didn't learn about that when I was growing up, about what do I do with the feelings of hurt, you know, that I feel, or my anger, or, you know, what do you do with that? And so he always wanted children to talk about it and to go deeper and to get to the root of what was really happening. So then we can make a conscious choice. And see, when we make conscious choices, the world's a more peaceful place, right? So how about this week, we do some journaling or some work and acknowledge our feelings, whatever we're feeling right now, and go a little bit deeper than the surface and ask what's really going on so that we can make a conscious choice. And I just really invite you, like Mr. Rogers' model, to be gentle with yourself. He was so gentle. You know, we're so hard on ourselves because we have such high expectations of ourselves. I think that's an epidemic in our world. And here Mr. Rogers invites us to be gentle and compassionate and to celebrate our uniqueness and to be kind. Mr. Rogers said, I want to learn to be the best receiver I can ever be. Graceful receiving is one of the most wonderful gifts we can give someone. So when someone gives you a compliment or someone gives you a gift or opens the door for you an act of kindness, graceful receiving is the best gift we can give. Regardless of how young or old we are, it is important for us to claim our beauty and our uniqueness, and it's a way to express love in the world by being our unique selves. So if we can have one more video to close, let's cross our fingers. No, that's not. Let's hold knowing.
such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. Feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. You always make each day such a special day. You know how? By just your being yourself. I'll be back next time. Bye-bye.
We love you, Mr. Rogers. So let's affirm together. I express love through my compassion, kindness, and authenticity. And so it is. Bless you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Cheryl. And now this is our time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. As you hold your tithes and offerings or your consistent giving cards in your hands, here is some prosperity wisdom from Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. Give and you will receive. Think of your work as giving. Think of every relationship as an opportunity to give. Give to your children. Give to your neighbors. Give to passersby on the street. Give. Let us now affirm our offering blessing together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have,
all that I give, and all that I receive. So grateful.
1, 2, 3, 4. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Everyone has a story. Everyone has pain. When we strip away our mask, we find that we're really all the same. It's those little things we say and do that can mean so much. It's a smile, a connection, a simple loving touch. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Today I'm gonna ask myself, what more can I do to be a radiant child of God and let my love shine through? I'm gonna let my love be my guide to give the best of me. Gonna share my joy, share my love, give it groundlessly. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Then Jack fell down, broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. She said, Jack, tell me, what can I do to help ease your mind? He said, hold my hand and just be kind, and I know I'll be fine. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I'll practice it every day. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day.
Aren't we blessed? And folks, let's give a hand to the AV team. This was a stressful day for them today. So let's give it They do great. Thank you so much for your service. All right, let's stand and greet our youth.
I got you, I got us coming together. I got you, I got her, I got us coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, coming together, coming together.
Please be seated. Hi, Emmanuel.
Hi, Rebecca. Good morning, everybody. We are happy to be here today. The children they watched the movie Big Hero 6, and they learned a lot, and they're here today to share what they learned. So please pay attention to what they're gonna say.
When I recognize my divine power, I make powerful choices in my life.
I am all that I am, and I have the power to change the world.
I easily reach within myself to use my divine power to be the change I want to see in the world. I am powerful.
All right, well, let's stand and bless our children. You are powerful. Together, you are the light of the world. Live as the light. Let's join hands and sing our peace song.
On earth, and peace what was meant to be. And family, all are we. Walk with our family in perfect harmony. Take each moment and live each moment
have a beautiful week being love in action. And thank you for coming to the meeting in about 10 minutes. Thank you.